Polyaspartic again, or whatever your choice of top coat is, whether it's a urethane, and you're off and running. Okay, then we'll move on to the simple traditional flake floors and show you that. Very similar process, but we might get some volunteers actually do it to see, because it's very simple. All right, am I missing anything?
If it sounds complicated to anyone, I still haven't been able to explain it so it doesn't confuse people. The best is to be here and see it. As you see the two interact. The mistakes I've made though has been not having a monotone background, because we're going on with only 7 mils of material. We already measured this out. We know we're doing 45 total mils. We're gonna lose a couple ounces in the roller. We need to put on about 39 total ounces over this whole area. That's how precise it has to be. Because again, if we're a little too thick, we broadcast that flake in, it's gonna sink. Like Don said, the resin's gonna go over the top of the flake, and then the quartz is gonna stick to that, and we won't see the flake. That's probably the biggest screw up there is. And then also knowing that that layer is so thin, it's not going to mask very much of what's behind it. It's acting just as basically a very thin layer of glue.
So one of the keys that you want to do is decide on your background of your color coat. Okay, so for example, if you were doing black quartz, which is beautiful, and you're going to want to make sure your background is as dark as possible. If you decide, oh, I'm going to use white primer, what's going to happen is two things. The primer can shadow through on your original coat. So in this case, this is black. If we decide we're going to use a white primer, we'd have to have so much resin in there and make sure that this is like painted so you can't see through it. And then, as well as, because your quartz layer is so thin, any missing spots you see in your quartz, it's gonna shadow through. So again, the hardest part is getting everything as even as possible. So just know what your background color is. If you're starting with a dark, what you're going to want to do is make sure your broadcast media is also going to be fairly dark. That's all.
Yeah, a little bit
or
of practice. A little bit of practice, and you'll be able to figure out if you're doing sample boards, because it's a very attractive floor when it's done. But you can also make up sample boards with colors that are already known to work together, as far as making that base slab a monochrome or a single color, so there's no variation, and what that's going to take in material and time. And then also what quartz is going to work with that to kind of complement that. So if there is incomplete coverage, you know the quartz is coordinated enough with the base color that it's not going to translate through. I did a white base the other day. It's all gone now, but I did a white base and I had roller lines in it that weren't lines as far as profile change. It was actually, you could see the concrete below the thin layer of white because it was such a light color. You could actually see the lines of the darker concrete underneath that. That translated right through another 7 mils of white resin and through a quartz. You could actually, with light on, you could actually